Graham, just quickly look back on Wednesday night's defeat. Quite a tight game. You said that it was just the one strike that was the difference. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, the same. Watched the game back straight away, and we certainly had our chances to score all the way through the game, not just in that first period, but all the way through the game. We're obviously disappointed with the goal, not the final strike from the guy, but the lead up to it. We know we could have done better. We're honest with ourselves and each other, and we spoke about it yesterday with the players. And as always, they're always responsible and honest, and saw where they could do better. And that's how we have to be as a team. We always have to be honest, take responsibility, and then look to improve. And that's the scenario we've had before. It's the one we're going through right now, and I'm sure we'll have it in the future. So, but I've got every confidence in my players, because I know how dedicated they are to the jobs, how much they want to win, and when we don't win, we're upset with ourselves.
It's quite a strange league at the moment, isn't it? It's really tight in there after the top two, and it seems that teams go on runs, and then the teams below them just go on runs as well, and everyone can be everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. I think people said at the start of the season, with the teams going out and coming into the league, that it's the strongest Premiership for a number of years, with all the big city teams in it, and I think we're seeing that in the results, like you say. But I think we can hold our heads high. What we've done so far this season, we're obviously had a difficult patch over the last month, but when we have an excellent month, we don't think we're the best team in the country, and vice versa. If we don't have a good month, we're not the worst team in the country. So there's a balance. We have to keep the balance, which we have done, and we'll understand at the end of the season whether we've had a good season or not, and that's how we look ahead.
Aberdeen coming here twice in a row. They're going through a tough period at the moment. How do you view Stephen Glass's men right now?
The thing is, like you just said there, I think all teams have had tough periods this season, and good periods. So we're only responsible and care about what we're doing at a particular moment, and whoever we play against, we look at what strengths they have, because all the teams have good qualities, all the teams have ways of playing, and all the teams have a vulnerable side, including ourselves. So we have to try and find that, take advantage of that, but we also have to take care of our own performance first, and that's regardless who we play, when we play, what form we're in. We always have to look at ourselves and feel that if we do things right from our side, we're in control of our destiny. That's, I think I like to live my life like that. I want my team to feel like that we have control over what we do game to game and over the course of a season, and that's what we've been talking about this week.
It's a great opportunity though, isn't it, to get to a quarter-final of the Cup for the second year in a row. You're going to be at home, fans right behind you.
Every game's an opportunity. Every game's an opportunity for feeling good about yourselves after the game by winning or doing your best to win. We want to go through to the next round. We have a real tough opponent. I think we know of their abilities and what individuals they have and how they play, and the manager's philosophy. So we know all those things, and you have to overcome those things. But we look forward to the cup competitions. I think every player, us as ex-players, we always dream when you're young of winning trophies. This is an opportunity to win a trophy for all the clubs. So we take it seriously. We're excited about it. I think it's always a different feel, different atmosphere. I think because it's not just that season; it's ingrained from your childhood about cup competitions. Whichever club you supported as a kid, everyone's got a cup story to tell, regardless of what level that team played at. And you always dream of being part of one of those stories one day. So, but we have to break it all down to what it is, and it's a game against a good team, and we have to try and win.
The form before the winter break was exactly what I imagine you would have wanted to. After the winter break, not the case. Is that the winter break? Has been an issue for you guys in terms of the reaction to that?
Well, it looks like that. It's quite plain to see. We were in brilliant form before. We had a break. You have the break in January, which I feel is a destabilising month, certainly for a club like ours, which we understand when we're trying to recruit players and sell them the sort of the picture of what Motherwell looks like, and it's always about bringing players in, helping them to the next stage of their career, and then they go on to a bigger platform or a bigger club, because we know where we are in the food chain. If we didn't have that side to us, then there's some players that possibly wouldn't join. So when these transfer windows open, it's a difficult time for us, and I think that's been part of it. I think the break didn't do us any favours, to be fair. So there's loads of different little things that we can talk about why we feel it's gone that way, but we broke down the games that we've played since then, and in 4 of them we could and should have won. That's the reality. The stats outside the scoreline, and I'm not ignoring the scoreline here because I know more than anybody it's about winning games and it's about what you do. But the process of winning games, there's staging posts of how you win games, and we've been ticking a lot of the boxes. We've just let ourselves down at the final step of sticking the ball in net or defending our goal. But there's a lot of other things in those games that we've done well. So it's not a case of like it's been a disaster zone, but we know we can specifically point to where we have to improve. And if we did do that, then the results are fine, and we're chugging along as we were before. But that's where we are. So we always have to have an idea of where we can improve, what has been the issue, can we fix it? 100% we can, because we have the players here to fix it, and that's what we have to look forward to. So listen, it's after a game which you feel you've done well in and you haven't got the result, it's sore and it's frustrating, but in the cold light of day we know we're still a good team and we're still on course to have a good season, and we're still fighting on both fronts. That's in the cup and the league. So there's plenty to be optimistic about and compete for.
2 goals in 6 games, I think naturally people may look to Tony leaving in the window. Is that a lazy argument in that sense, that there's more to it than just you?
No, it's not a lazy argument. He was the top scorer in the Premiership.
But you've obviously had chances. Kevin Van Veen's obviously a top
Yes,
striker as well, can come in. So is there more to it than just Tony leaving?
Yeah, no, look, I think we're creating as many chances as we did previous, but we're not taking advantage of those chances. Tony, in that period, for us, was taking advantage of those chances. So it's quite clear. It'd be wrong or a bit silly for me to say it's a lazy argument. It's not. I think the top scorer, and it could be any player who's been a significant part of what you're doing. When they are missing, then there's going to be an adjustment period. So that's what we have to do. We have to adjust that. Whoever we play there in that area is going to be a different type of player. So that's where we have to understand. We always find a way of playing to players' strengths, and what we have, within the squad. But we've lost a certain type of player. We haven't got a direct replacement for him in how he plays. So we have to adjust our game for whoever's going to play in those positions from now to the end of the season. So that's where we're finding that adjustment. But we're still, like I said, we're still creating chances, and the stats tell us that. So we understand that, But at the end of the day, it's why all strikers get the most money since day dot. It's because they do the most important thing, and that's score the goals. And someone, or not just one person, but other players have to take that responsibility. And I'm talking about midfielders breaking into the box. I'm talking about defenders that go up for set pieces, which we're not taking advantage of. So there's the responsibility is on everybody to get the goals to win games.
Are you confident enough that either with the players you have, all the recruitment that you've made, that you have maybe not directly replaced Tony, but in the overall quality, you have enough to replace him in this squad for the run-in that's coming up? Yeah,
like I say, we don't directly look to replace him. We would have gone out and got an exact prototype, that looks like him. We haven't. We've brought in a couple of players that are different types of players, but they still have, Joe, for instance, has a goal-scoring pedigree, plays in a different way, but he's certainly got an eye for goal and has pace and wants to, as we've seen in the games he's already played, but he's, he can play off the right, off the left, he can play down the middle. So like I said, I don't think we look for a direct replacement. We're not in a position to go out and get exact prototypes of what we see winning games. We have to compromise, we have to adjust, but without a shadow of doubt, we've got players in the team that score goals and can score goals. But it's difficult because we play against good teams every week. So it was difficult before. Listen, at the end of the day, from my time coming in up until the start of this season, Tony didn't score that many goals. It was Devante Cole that was scoring the goals for us, and then he left, and we continued to score goals. Tony Watt's left. We will continue to score goals, but it's just that adjustment when someone's been a big part of your team for that year that I've been here, and then they miss. We've played around him and with him, and that's missing now. Now we have to adjust to him not being there. That is quite a simple sort of theory, I would say, but we have to find that adjustment quickly and take advantage of that. But we've got players that will score goals, no doubt.
How hard is that adjustment when you are on a run like you are now? You're trying to pick up points and things like that, and you're trying to fit 2 players, for example, in an attacking line that are needed to get those points.
All weeks, all season, it's been hard for us. Even when we were winning games, it was hard, but we were hard to the challenge. So that's the thing. We were up for that challenge, and we still are. And listen, I watch the games, and I'm honest. I say if we let ourselves down, if we've not played well, or if we haven't been in the game, but we have been in the games. We apart from the Celtic game, we haven't been outplayed by anybody. We've had as many chances. Well, we've actually had more chances. We've had more chances on target, all those sort of things than all the opponents that we've played so far since the window. But you have to have that final bit of quality to take advantage of those chances. And you could see from the game the other day, we had chances to score. We had better chances than them to score, to be fair, than the first goal. The first goal comes out of nowhere. So we will. I don't think we've ever had an easy week or an easy time. When it's been going well, we've had to earn that. We've had to work exceptionally hard to earn those wins, and we'll have to do the same forever, because we're not top of the food chain. That's the reality. There's bigger clubs with bigger resources, so we have to fight and find a way of winning against many different opponents week in, week out, and that will never change. So our players, our staff, myself, we all have to understand that's the challenge that we face.
I know you said in the second half perhaps heads went down perhaps a wee bit in the last 20-25 minutes. How do you go about picking up when you have got a double header against Aberdeen, and then I think Rangers are coming soon after that as well?
I told you it was tough, didn't I? There you go. But that's it. But what do we know? Go and play in a league where it's easier? I don't. I know my players don't. So we want to be in this league to face these big challenges. That's what we're here for. So, but look, it wasn't the whole team. There was a couple of individuals that I was a little bit frustrated with, because I know they're better than that. And I'm a big believer in body language and being positive about the next action, not the one that's just gone, but thinking about the next action. And I thought there was a couple of our players that were dwelling on what had just gone on, or incidents in the game previous, and I don't think that's the way to look forward. So that's where I was frustrated. I didn't think any of my players give in. I don't think we've got that in the squad. I think we've always got players. We've already shown character in this period. I know the results have gone against us in certain games, but we went late down in the last round of the cup and found the ability to come back and win. We lost a late goal against St Mirren, come back to win the game, to get something from the game. We went down to 10 men against Hibs and still got something from the game. So there's plenty of character and personality in our team, but we just have to find that winning touch at both ends of the pitch that define results. That's the reality. But there's a lot of things that go into it, but ultimately it's about that final step.
We had a difficult period in the autumn. I can't remember which month it was, but obviously it was a games with them.
Yep.
You came out of that very, very good form.
Yep.
What was the key to turning that round? You think do that again?
I think the key was we analyse things, we put things in perspective, we find what we can control out of those results and try to affect that. work to improve on it. You know, we try to work on the training pitch as often as we can. It's difficult over the winter periods to do that with the conditions, but we try to do that. But look, we never lose sight that we've got good players, so we know we have tough moments. Listen, I was a player that played for 24 seasons. I can guarantee it wasn't 24 glory-filled seasons. There was a lot of them that were grinds, and they were difficult, and you had to find your way through it. So, you know, but I found that my managers had trust in me that eventually we would come good, and I would come good, and that's the case with my players. I trust these players. A lot of them I've brought to the club. A lot of them we've kept at the club, and I've wanted to keep at the club because I trust them and I know they're good players. But you know, like I say, we're in a division with you know, a lot of giants in Scottish football that we're competing against, and I think we've competed really well against them for a year. It's not a flash in the pan, but we're going to have difficult moments. We're quite clear with that before we've even kicked a ball. There'll be difficult periods we talk about in pre-season. We make pre-season difficult, so we know who the characters that will come through. And this is the moment when you see the personality and characters of your players. And periods like this, you learn more about yourself, about your club, about your players, and that's how you step forward. By you take the hits, you fail, and you come back, you keep fighting, and you get success in the end. That's how I believe in it. And that fight will never go from me. It will never go from my players or my team or my squad or this club.
How's the team is looking? Is Barry Maguire?
Yeah, no, Barry's going to be out for a while. Unfortunately, he suffered that injury at Hearts, so he's hurt himself. We've had a scan. He's going to be out for maybe another month or so, which is disappointing because I thought he was in great form for us, and really stepping into that sort of role of the first team regular, which he's been working so hard for a couple of seasons now. So yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be out, but. Everyone else is fit and raring to go.